Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Are you ready for your first lesson? Right, today we'll learn three important basics. How to turn on a computer and a laptop and how to shut it down. How to use a mouse and how to use a keyboard. Don't worry if you've never used a computer before. We'll go slowly. So let's begin. So the first part is if you have a desktop or computer, you'll see a monitor, which is the screen, a keyboard and a mouse. My laptop likes to turn on almost by itself because I keep it on sleep mode. But if you can see here on the side, the on button is here. And then these are called USB ports, which we'll talk about a bit later. So that's how my laptop turns on. Some of them have a big round circle up here or a square. And some laptops, they have it within their keypads. So they have like a little button here with an on button. So it just depends on it. And I'm just going to show you the PC as well really quickly. As you can see, this PC has a button on the bottom right hand side, and some of the PCs have the button there and some have just underneath there, so it just varies from PC to PC. Now let's learn about the mouse. The mouse controls the arrows on the screen. That arrow is called the cursor. We'll now place our hand gently on the mouse. The mouse has a left button, a right button, and a scrolling wheel in the middle. Let's have a look. I'm just going to place my hand on the mouse. So it's got three different functions. One is a left click, one is a right click, and the middle cursor. So that scrolls it up and down. Right. So with the left one, you use your index finger to click once. So you left click as if you're selecting something. And then you can use your index finger again to double click. So 1, 2, double click. Again, 1, 2, double click. Then you can use your middle one for the scrolling. So you can scroll up and down with the middle one. So again, you keep your hand here. It's much easier and flexible. And then you use this one or this middle finger to do your right click. So right click is for the different options, which I'm going to be demonstrating a little bit later. So left click with your index, then you could do scroller up and down with the middle finger, and then you use the ring finger for the right click, or you can do the middle finger to right click. Please don't worry about it right now, and please make sure it's not overwhelming. So this is a cursor. So when you move with your scroller, the one in the middle, you scroll down, you scroll up, down, 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 up, up, and then up again. So you can see here, so have a look at where my cursor is, and I'm moving it here. You can see here, you can basically, every time you scroll, that will scroll down with it. So I'll scroll down, it goes down. I'll scroll back up again, it will go back up again. So down and then back up again. Okay, I hope you feel comfortable with that, but please don't worry. We'll go through this quite a few times. So the next one is obviously you've learned how to move it, so you can move it around. Where it says I, when you're moving it, it means that you can click and then you can type, which we'll learn a bit later. So that's why it's got an eye on it. But when you move it around and it's got a cursor like this, it means you can click on it. So if I click on here, I'll click with my left part of the mouse. I can click it and then I can move it up and down. Right. Scroll, you use a middle scroller to go down and then back up again. And then if you click here, just click with the left one and you hold it. Do not let go. Just click, hold, and then you move it down and move it back up again. Like I say, please don't worry about it. We'll go through it again and again every time we use this document. Okay, now when you're moving this around, and if you click here, for example, anywhere on this text, you left click, you click onto it. So that's a left click. Move it again, and you go here, for example, you go up to the top, you left click, you're clicking on it. Okay, so that's how you click. Now, if you come back down again here, and you've got this text here, You click on the text, you left click. Okay? Now, using your thumb, using your middle finger. So, like I said, the index finger stays on the left, the middle finger stays on the right hand side. And then you use the middle finger to also use the scroller, which goes down and then back up again. Now, if you use the I bit of your cursor and you left click here, and then you right click with your thumb, with your middle finger, I'm really, really sorry, with your middle finger, you right click, this pops up. It means that anytime that you right click, you get some sort of pop up, and then you move it up and down here. You don't need to click on here right now, but I was just showing it. Now, if this pops up and you think, oh my God, I've clicked onto something, don't worry. Move out of it, and then if you see this cursor here, just click outside here with the left one. So with your index finger, just click on it and it will go away. So using a computer is not stressful. You just need to know where you're clicking. That's absolutely it. Okay, so left click, we've done. So click, we've done right click. So you use your middle finger to click on the right side of the mouse, and then something else pops up. We will be using the left click a lot more than the right click, but the right click is also as important. But the scroller is also very important because a lot of the things we will be doing, we will be scrolling up and down the documents, the internet, and everything else that we use. Okay. Now, double clicking is 2 times. So you double click your left one with your index finger. Click, click. Now here it highlights this, but we don't need to worry about that right now. We will show you how to double click a lot of the times. So for example, you by accident you double clicked it and you think, oh gosh, now how do I get out of it? So you move it back to the middle here and you click with your index finger and it goes away again. So use the left click, it goes away. It's as simple as that. You will get it, trust me. Okay, now let's look at the keyboard. The keyboard is used for typing letters and numbers. It has letters from A to Z, numbers from 1 to 9, and then 0. And it has important keys such as Enter, Spacebar, Backspace, and Shift key. It has also got special characters such as question mark, hashtag, the pound sign, the @ sign, and the dollar sign. There are many more that we will cover. So have a look at the keyboard now. So the keyboard, right? You all must have seen this keyboard at some point. The letters, they look like the keyboard on your phone, so it's not too bad. Okay, so let's begin with it. So first of all, these are all the F function keys. They're called keys. This is the sound button. All the keyboards, by the way, are different, so you might feel a bit overwhelmed when you look at a different keyboard, but a lot of the times, once you recognize all the keys, you will be absolutely comfortable. On the right hand side, we've got the numbers, and this is called the number lock. When I show you on the computer, I'll show you how to turn the number locks on and off, and usually you'll get a light here. So you turn the number locks on and off. If the light is not shining on the number lock, then you will not be able to press the numbers here. However, you can still press these numbers. Okay? Right. This is an enter button. So there are 2 enter buttons. Enter is basically to go down to the next line or to confirm something. For example, if you're on Google and you search something on Google and you press enter, it searches up. So it basically confirms it. We will show you at a later stage. Now, here are all the letters, and if you want to, when you start typing, it will start off with the capital letter. However, if in the middle of the sentence or in the middle of a word you want to add capital, you have to click on caps lock. If you click on caps lock just once, you click caps lock and then you add A, it will be capital. Then you have to click on caps lock again. When you click on caps lock, you'll have one of the capital letter ones light up. And then again, I will show you at a later time when we start using the actual typing. Okay, now this is shift. Shift means that if you click shift, all the letters, so you click shift and then you hold the letter A, for example, and it will become capital. But you have to click shift and A. It is easier to do caps lock and then A and then caps lock again, and it will become small, but it's just confusing. So if you click shift, I usually do it with my thumb, shift, and then any of these letters. Or you do shift and you use the other hand and you just press O and it will be capital. Normal ones will be small. Okay. This bar here is a space bar. So when you are typing anything and you want to basically create a space, you click on the space bar and it will be a space. So for example, you write my and then you put space and then you put name and then you put space again. Again, I will show you at a later stage. This is just warming up a little bit. Now, this is a backspace. So this is enter, this is the backspace button. The backspace button is only used to erase anything that you've written. So if you're typing my name and in the name you've had a spelling mistake, you press the back button and it will go back. Okay. Now, the shift key that I showed you here, there's one here as well. And you don't only use the shift key to make this capital letter, you also use the shift key to basically activate what's on the top row of these numbers. So you can see we've got numbers here and we've got numbers here. I usually use the numbers here. But if you're using a laptop, you will only have the numbers here, which I will show you in a bit. And you will have all of the symbols at the top here, and you have the symbols here. Now the bottom symbols, such as the comma, the full stop, the hash, the slash, and the hashtag, and all the other ones, the ones at the bottom, you can just click on it once and it will insert it straight away. However, if you want the top ones, the question marks and the at button, and these top ones without the brackets and the and sign and the pound sign and all of these ones at the top, up until here, the plus sign, you have to press shift on either way. Shift, you just hold it and then you press it. If you press shift and you let go and you put this one in, number 9 will be pressed. So you won't have the open bracket, you will only have number 9. So I'll just quickly show it to you again. This is a caps lock, so if you press it once, it will make any letter capital. And then if you want to take out the capital, then you press that again, okay? That shift button makes the letters capital. And you could also use the shift button to basically click on any of these symbols at the top, between 1 and plus, and all the top symbols over here. And I will show you how to utilize all of them at a later stage. We also have the control and the alt button, which I will show you later on. They are very useful and you will be using it, but we'll show you at a later stage. Finally, the delete button. So when we go back, we press backspace. But when we want to delete something, we just press delete. Now, for example, you write my name, but the last letter, which is E, is incorrect. You spelled it with, for example, an R because it was next to E. Then you press backspace. But if you write my name and you're sort of in the middle of a word, you can actually press delete. I will show you this on a Word document when we get to Word. I hope that does make sense. So this is an example of what a laptop keyboard looks like. It has no numbers on the side, as you can see. All the numbers are on the top. Now on this laptop, if you press shift again, this one, and you can press all of these symbols, it comes up to a plus sign again. All the letters are here. And if I want to press anything like the volume buttons, there are 3 volume keys here. And then the brightness and everything else, I have to press FN and then click on there. But we will learn that at a later stage. Okay? Now we're going to look at how to shut the computer down. It sounds as simple as it is, but we need to make sure that all of our windows are closed. We will learn how to close them in the next few videos. So, you'll need to find your cursor and come down to the Windows app here. It's called the Start application. So you click on it and then you move your mouse around to the power button. So you click on it and you basically shut it down with using this. I'm just going to quickly show you the other bits as well. So locking will make sure that your screen is locked and that nobody can access your computer. This is very important so that nobody can access any of the information that you are accessing on the computer. This puts it to sleep. It doesn't lock it, it stays open, but you can wake it up straight away. But we'll have a look at it at a later time. Then the restart. Restarts basically closes all of the apps, it turns the computer down, and then it turns it back on again. Sometimes there are times where um, some app is not working, and the usual thing to do really is to restart your computer. Like your mobile phone, you might be looking at something and it might stop working. If you restart your mobile phone, it usually starts working again. Anyway, so let's just see. We can shut it down. Once you shut down, it will close all the apps, it will turn the PC off, and a dark background will come and it will just turn off. It's as simple as that. Today you've learned how to turn on a computer and shut it down, how to use a mouse, how to use a keyboard. That's a wonderful start. In the next video, we'll learn about the basic functions on your screen. If this has helped you, please like the video and subscribe. Press the bell icon to be the first one to receive my video notifications. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.